Hello students. So in this class again we will see a few ray diagrams related to total internal reflection. In the last class we had discussed the first one, that is to deviate a ray of light through 90 degree, right? To deviate a ray of light through 90 degree. But I have not told the application of that kind of total internal reflection. So the application of that one means to deviate a light through 90 degree. So the application is it is used in periscope. It is used in periscope. Periscope look like this kind of thing. So this kind of thing. So one prism is kept here. One prism, right angle isosceles prism. Right angle isosceles prism is kept here. And another prism is kept here. Another prism is kept here. So the light will come in this way. Then here total internal reflection. It will fall on the next prism. Again total internal reflection, and it will come out to our eye. So in this way it works. So here total internal reflection, here also total internal reflection. Normally when we make a periscope we use a mirror, right? Plane mirror. We can make periscope using plane mirror, but in that case what will happen? The intensity of image, which one will come to our eye, that intensity will decrease. For that reason in submarine we use the periscope. In that case we use total internal reflecting prism. Because their intensity will not change. Now come to the next, second ray diagram. Page number 96. Page number 96. Point B, to deviate a ray of light through 180 degrees. To deviate a ray of light through 180 degrees. To deviate a ray of light through 180 degrees. Deviate a ray of light through 180. And then we will see its application. So here how to draw? Here light will enter through the hypotenuse of prism. Light will enter through the hypotenuse of prism. Again this prism is right angle isosceles prism. Right angle isosceles prism. That means these two sides are perpendicular to each other. These two sides are perpendicular to each other. They're perpendicular to each other. This is hypotenuse. This is one side. This is another side. This is 9. Right angle isosceles means this is 45 degrees. Right? This is 45. This is glass prism. Glass prism means critical angle is around 42 degrees. So here light will enter through the hypotenuse. Light will enter through the hypotenuse. So perpendicular incidence at hypotenuse, give name A. How it is given? This is A, B, C. So through AC light is incidenting along the normal, so without any deviation it will enter into the prism. Without any deviation it will enter into the prism along the normal. Then here it is not along the normal, so here draw the normal and find the angle of incidence, which I tell every time, that find the angle of incidence and then check. So which one is angle of incidence? This one. Here this one. So this is 45, this is 90, this is 90, and this is 45. That means this one will also be 45 degree, and this one is also 45 degree. So angle of incidence is 45 degree. Angle of incidence is 45 degree. So angle of incidence I, which is equal to 45 degree, is greater than the critical angle, which is equal to 40 degree. So what will happen? What will happen at that surface at BA? total internal reflection. So at surface BA, which phenomenon will occur? Total internal reflection will occur at the surface BA. So here it will total internal reflection. That means it will follow the law of reflection. Okay. Here also it will follow the law of reflection. Okay. Then again you draw normal here. Draw normal here. This is normal. Here also this is normal. Again, this is angle of incidence here. Okay, this is angle of incidence here. Okay, again you will get 45 degree here. So again that condition is matched. That means again total internal reflection, and it will go in this way. Okay, at surface AC again it will come back and it will incident along the normal, and it will go out without any deviation. It will go out without any deviation. Okay. So if here object is like this, okay, object is like this. So this line is going, this line is for the arrow part. So image will be like this. Image will be like this. Okay. So you will give the arrow, okay, find the angle of incidence at every surface, because you can find in this case, okay. And here at surface BC also, at surface BC, which phenomena is occurring? At surface BC, total internal reflection. Total internal reflection. Total internal reflection. Okay. In this case, which surfaces are behaving like reflecting surface? Which surfaces? Here AB and BC both are behaving as reflecting surface. BA and BC are acting as reflecting surface. So these are the short questions. Okay, reflecting surface. There's a different type of short questions you can make. Okay, clear? Now come to the application. Come to the application. This one is used in binocular or in camera. Okay, use is written in your book nicely. This action of prism is used in a binocular and camera to invert the image without losing any intensity. Okay, binocular or camera. Application. Why this kind of prism is used in place of mirror? Because intensity will not decrease. There will be no loss of intensity. Okay. Binocular, binocular and camera. Okay. Why we use this kind of prism? Because there will be no loss of intensity. Okay, for image. If object intensity of object is 100%, intensity of image will also be 100%. There will be no loss. Okay. So this is the second one. Now come to the third one. Third one is to erect the inverted image without deviation. So here deviation is 180 degree. It is written there. Okay, deviation is 180. Okay. Come to the third one. Third one is, in third case there will be no deviation. Only inverted image will get erected. Okay. So to erect the inverted image, to erect the inverted image without any deviation. Okay, there will be no deviation. Okay, object and image will lie along the same plane. Okay, so no deviation, but inverted image will convert into erect image. Okay, so here again we are using that kind of prism only, right angled isosceles prism. Okay, right angled isosceles prism, right angled isosceles prism. Okay, draw almost like this. Okay, draw almost like this. Yes. Okay, so this is 90 degree. This is 45 degree. That one is also 45 degree. Names are given in the similar way. Like this A, this is B, this is C. Okay, these two sides are equal. Here light will fall. Light will fall in this way. Okay. This and this. There will be no deviation. Image will be formed in this light. Okay. Image will be formed in the same light. So this is first ray. Okay, I am giving the ray names here. Okay, this is first, this is second. Okay, here draw the normal. Draw the normal. This is normal. Here also draw the normal. This is normal. Okay, it is entering from air to glass. Air to glass. So what will happen? Light will bend towards the normal. Okay, critical angle is 42 degree because it is glass air interface. So light will bend towards the normal. Light will bend towards the normal. Okay, as it is parallel ray, so they will bend similarly. Okay, that means these two light will also be parallel. Okay, refracted light will also be parallel because this is a monochromatic light and these two lights are parallel. Okay, so these two refracted light will also be parallel. Okay, very nicely you have to draw, otherwise you will not get in this case. Okay, okay. So here if you look, at this point and this point, if you look and if you find the angle of incidence, this is the refracted ray, this is the refracted ray. If you want to find the angle of incidence here, this one will be greater than 42. Okay, here we cannot measure this one. Okay, because we don't know the angle of refraction. Okay, so we cannot measure this one. Okay, so this angle of incidence will be greater than the critical. This angle of incidence will be greater than the critical. If it is greater than critical angle, what will happen here? So at surface AC, in this case, at surface AC, what will happen? At surface AC, total internal reflection will occur. Total internal reflection, okay, will occur. At surface AC, total internal reflection will occur. At surface AB, what was occurring? At surface AB, so AB, what? Refraction, right? At AB refraction. Okay, so here total internal reflection, ultimately image will be here. So I am drawing it here first of all, so that we can draw it properly. Okay. 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 So this is first ray, this is second ray, this is second ray. Now, second ray will go up. Second ray will go up. First ray will go down. First ray will go. Okay, this is now second ray, this is now first ray, and this one will be second ray, this one will be first ray. Now check, here it is first ray up above, second ray down. Here second ray above, first ray down. Okay, so if we give arrow in this way, okay, or to erect the inverted image, take inverted image. This is inverted image. Okay, to erect the inverted image. So here we will get erect image because two arrow from the arrow, second ray is coming. So second ray arrow will make in the upward direction. So erect image, we are getting final image erect, right? We are getting final image erect. Okay. Here also we can draw normal. This is the actual path. Okay. Glass to air, it will bend away from the normal. This is the actual path, and this is the normal here. This is the normal. This is the actual path. I hope you can see. This is the actual path. Okay, this is the actual path. It is going away from the. So This is the ray diagram to erect the inverted image without any deviation. Here you cannot see any kind of deviation. Incident light in this direction and emergent light is also in this direction in the same line. Okay, parallel means no deviation. At BC, what is happening? At BC also refraction. At BC also refraction. Okay. So where we can use this one is used in slide projectors application. Slide projector. Which one is used in cinema hall? Okay, slide projector. Slide. This one is used in slide. Okay, so these are the two ray diagrams for right angled isosceles prism. Okay, for which critical angle is 40 degrees. Okay, clear. Now come to the next ray diagram, that is total interreflection through a prism where each angle is 60 degrees. That means equilateral prism. Okay, and light is incidenting normally at one surface. Then what is it? Equilateral glass prism, C is 42 degree. If it is mentioned that glass prism will take C 42 degree, okay, or if it is given in question that C is this much, we'll take that one. Okay, so total interreflection TIR in equilateral glass prism. Okay, so glass prism means what we will take? C equal to 42 degrees. Okay, so equilateral, that means three sides will be equal. So this is one side. Okay, this is one side. This is one side. This is another side. This is another side. And this is third side. So it is equilateral prism. Okay, draw in such a way that it looks like an equilateral prism. Okay, I'm not telling that you have to draw exact equilateral prism, but draw in such a way that it looks like an equilateral prism. So light is incidenting normally at this surface. Okay, so normally at this surface. Okay, this is incident light. Give name as it is given in your book. PQ. This is incident light. Okay, normally, that means this is 90 degree. What is the angle of incidence at AB? Angle of incidence at AB. First question, angle of incidence angle of incidence at AB. What is the angle of incidence at AB? Incidenting along the normal, so 0 degree. Okay, so there will be no deviation in this case. There will be no deviation. So it will go in this way. Okay, so what is the angle of refraction at AB? Angle of refraction 0 degree. What is the angle of deviation at AB? Angle of deviation is also 0 degree. Okay, so these are short questions. Okay, so equilateral, this is 60, this is 60, this is also 60. So this is 60 degree. Okay, this is 90 degree, right? This is here. It is not along the normal, so draw the normal. Okay, draw the normal. Okay, now this is angle of incidence. You have to find the angle of incidence. This is angle of incidence. You have to find the angle of incidence. How will you find? Give name. This is R. This is R. So take this triangle AQR. This is 60. This is 90. So what about this angle? This is 60. This is 90. What about this angle? 30 degree. Because sum of the three angles should be 180 degree. Now this is normal. So this total angle is 90. This total angle is 90. Now we know about 30. What about the rest part? The rest part will be 90 minus 30. That means 60 degree. So angle of incidence at AC. Okay. So at AC, angle of incidence 60 degree. And angle of incidence is greater than critical 42 degree. Okay. So what will happen here? What will happen here? Total internal reflection. So which phenomena will occur? At AC, total internal reflection will occur. Which phenomena? Total internal reflection. Okay. That means here reflected light will also make 60-degree angle. Okay. Now here keep in mind this is 60, this is 60, this one will be 30, right? If this is 50, this one will be 30. Now this is 30, this is 60, 90. That means the another angle should be 90. Another angle is 90 means another angle is 90 means it will go along the normal to the surface BC. It will go along the normal to the surface BC. So this is 60. This one is again 30 and this one will be 90. So along the normal. Along the normal means no deviation. Without any deviation it will go up. Without any deviation it will go up. So this is the ray diagram. These are the different questions. Okay. Which surface will behave like a reflecting surface? Which surface will behave like a reflecting surface? So AC. Okay. Which surface? AC surface will behave like reflecting surface. Reflecting surface. So which surface? AC. AC will behave like a reflecting surface. Okay. Now can you tell me what is the angle of deviation in this case? Anyone? Can you tell me what is the angle of deviation in this case? Angle of deviation means actual path. Okay, angle between the actual path. This is the actual path, right? This is the actual path, and this is the final emergent ray. So what is the angle? What is this angle? What is this angle? What is this angle? What is this angle? That is the angle of deviation. How will you find? This straight line will make an angle 180 degree. Straight line means 180 degree. Okay. From 180 degree, we know these two angles 60, 60. So third angle, we don't know. This is the third angle. So what about the third angle? This is 60, 60. That means 120. Total is 180. So 180 minus 120. 180 minus 120. So what about the angle of deviation? Final angle of deviation. I am not telling to find the angle of deviation at any surface. Final angle of deviation. So final angle of deviation is this one. The value is 60 degree. The value is 60 degree. Okay. Total angle is 180 straight line. Then 60 plus 60, 120. What about the rest? 180 minus 120. That is 60 degree. Clear? So these are the different type of question you can get. Okay. Okay. Now come to one question. Okay. Today we will not do any more ray diagrams. Okay. Come to one small question, but ray diagram, because I told that most of the question you can get from this chapter. It is ray diagram. Come on, exercise question. Okay. You will open your exercise part of this chapter. Exercise. Which exercise? 4D. Exercise 4D, question number 12. So exercise 4D, question number 12. Exercise 4D, question number 12. So diagram is given, okay, and water air surface, critical angle is given 48 degree. Complete the ray diagram showing the refracted rays for each, okay, state conditions when the ray will suffer total internal reflection. So condition for total internal reflection you all know, okay. In the last class only we discussed. So this is water air interface, okay. This is air, this is water. Water means denser compared to air, and air means rarer. Okay. Okay. Light is going, suppose from this point, one light is going along the normal. Okay. Another light is going at this angle. Okay. At this angle, where angle of incidence is given, this angle is given, this is given 48 degree, and this is B ray, this is A ray. Okay, we have to complete the ray diagram, and critical angle is given for this water air interface 48 degree. Okay, okay, so for this ray, okay, give name this one, any name O. For this ray OA, it is along the normal. Along the normal means without any deviation, it will enter into air medium. Okay, this is the refracted ray. Without any deviation, it will enter into the air medium. Okay, here angle of incidence is 48 degree. This is normal. Okay, this is normal. In prime, this is normal, and the angle is made with respect to the normal, that is 48 degree. So for OB, for the ray OB, angle of incidence I equal to 48 degree. Okay, critical angle is 48 degree, so angle of incidence is equal to critical angle. Angle of incidence is equal to critical angle. So what will happen? We will get the refraction angle is 90 degree in air medium. Refraction angle is 90 degree in air medium. That means the refracted ray will go along the interface. Refracted ray will go along the interface. Okay, this is 90. Okay, angle of refraction in air medium is 90 degree. Okay, this much you have to do, complete the ray diagram. So in the refracted rays, for this case, without any deviation, it will go. For this case, there will be a deviation. Okay, and the refracted ray will go along the interface and will make 90 degree. Angle of refraction 90 degree in air medium. Okay, after that, state the conditions when the ray will suffer total internal reflection. So conditions we all know. The first condition is the ray should go from denser to rarer medium. Ray should go from denser to rarer medium. And the second point is angle of incidence in denser medium. Angle of incidence in denser medium should be greater than the critical angle. For those two pair of media and for those particular color. Okay, first point, again I am repeating. First point, the ray should go from denser to rarer medium. Okay, and second point is the angle of incidence in denser medium should be greater than the critical angle of the two pair of media and for that particular color. Okay, so these are different ray diagrams. So we have seen different ray diagrams and the application. Okay, and we have solved one question from the exercise. Okay, so keep practicing. Okay, again we will meet in the next class. We will do few more ray diagrams. Okay, so I'm ending it here today. Okay, thank you everyone.